What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rear Naked Locks. I'm Chato, that's Henry. We're going to give you guys a quick breakdown of this upcoming fight card, UFC 322, Makhachev versus JDM. What a hell of a banger card. I know there's probably been other cards that have like bigger names, like like the Connors, the Khabibs, but this card, when I tell you there's a lot of 50-50, it could go either way. Top matchups, high rankings. There's a potential for violence. I just hope to God that everybody makes weight, no excuses. This card is absolutely stacked from head to toe. Like, how do you feel about the card, Henry?
Honestly, it's one of my favorite cards on paper in a very, very long time. If you guys are collectors, I recommend buying a copy of this poster. I think they do the tops now, like poster cards too. Get some of those, man. There's a lot of big names, a lot of legends on this card. Shevchenko and Weili to the greats, to the all-time greats. Islam could be pound for pound number one for a very long time if he wins this fight. So if not, we got the young bull and JDM pull out the upset. You know, he's got the size advantage. Who knows? This is a beautiful fight card. I'm excited to watch. Got no complaints. I'm glad it's at a reasonable start time too. Say less.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's stacked. Like, we've been waiting for this card, for this matchup. JDM all the way. Team JDM over here. He's going to get him back for Volk. I'm telling you right now. He's going to get him back for Volk.
1,000%. Then real quick, before we get into the fights, we are running a giveaway. There's a lot of people already in it. So if you're not in it, get involved. It's really simple. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below with your favorite underdog for this weekend. With JDM, Weili, whoever you want, doesn't matter. Follow us on Instagram at Rear Naked Locks. Follow us on X, Rear Naked_Locks. TikTok, we haven't been as active, but follow us anyways. Why not? Yeah, it's the best way to enter the giveaway. We'll announce the winner on Sunday. Don't sleep, man. Chihuihuis. This guy's a young phenom. It's cool. This is a badass card, man. No reason not to enter. It's free.
Free money all day.
100%. All right, but in that first fight, we got Mr. Slava Claus taking out Mateus Camilo. Honestly, but both fighters are coming off losses. Camilo lost his debut to Gabe Green, unfortunately. Borshev, I don't know what to say about this guy. His wins are all against guys who have losing records in the UFC. He's funny, I give him that. He's exciting. But he's a glorified loser, man. He loses to stiffer competition, and I think Camilo's a better fighter than what he showed. If you actually go back and watch his fights in the Korean Zombies promotion, he fought some killers, man. The fight before he got to the UFC was tough. He fought some Dagestani dude, some Tajikistan dude, nonstop wrestling, nonstop pressure, and Camilo withstood the storm. His cardio held up. I think it was more of an adrenaline dump in his debut. I expect him to sting Borshev with the jab. Borshev's a hook merchant, man. He does hooks. He's there to get countered. Camilo's going to work the jab, kick the leg kicks, and take him down if he wants to. If he wants an easy path to victory, get him down, make him work. Because Borshev's card is kind of suspect. So give me Camilo inside the distance, probably round 2, round 3.
Yeah, man. Probably like one of the best additions to a card last minute in a while. Like, I'm a big fan of Camilo. His fight against Gabe Green. I mean, Gabe Green is not a bad fighter, but like, he's also not a good fighter. Borshev, I mean, I guess he's must-see TV because he's kill be killed, but I think Camilo's going to run through this guy. Like, Henry laid out the game plan pretty straightforward. Take him down, sub him. Just follow Chase Hooper's plan. Take him down, sub him, ground and pound him. But I feel like Camilo's going to take this just he has more path to victories. The only way Borshev wins is if he catches Camilo in round 1. But I feel like Camilo's going to drag him into the later rounds and win by TKO, ground and pound.
100%.
All right, next up, we got Chepe versus Sabatini. Man, I'm not going to lie. I bet against Chepe multiple times, and he's got me multiple times. My friends call me Chepe type bro, because I bet against those guys. I bet against those fighters, and I'm always like, Chepe's going to lose. If Chepe loses, if Chepe wins, I'll change my name to Chepe. And then Chepe always wins. But on this one, I'm going to have to go with Chepe. I feel like the I feel like Sabatini's path to victory is if he gets a fight to the ground. I feel like Chepa's judo and his grappling is good enough to negate that. And we've seen Sabatini get chinned before. I think Chepa is going to be able to do some damage on the feet, but like I have Chepa by decision 29-28. I feel like Sabatini might get him down, but he's going to have a hard time holding him down. Sabatini probably wins round 1, but round 2 and 3, like I think Chepa is going to take over with the jab, and like I wouldn't be surprised like if he mixes it up.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously one of the hardest fights to call on this card. Chepa already beat him once. This is a rematch. Chepa's judo is elite, man. I mean, that's usually the way he counters takedowns. Is he just goes for a takedown of his own with his judo. The only thing about Chepa is he does get taken down. He got taken down by Damon Jackson. He gave up his back multiple times. I do think Chepa is overall the better fighter, but I just think Sabatini's going to work the wrestling in enough to win the moments, win the minutes. I just don't like that Chepa doesn't have KO power. If he did, I'd have Chepa all day here. So, but I'm gonna go past Sabatini in a super close decision. Not confident, but hey, we got to make picks here. I'm going with Sabatini.
Like all I'm saying is that if the new scoring criteria is like they're gonna take away wins from Almeida and give it to Volkov because there's control but no damage, I expect the same judging to be on this fight. Sabatini might have a lot of control time, but I'm telling you right now, the damage is gonna be on Chepa's side. And on Sunday, if Sabatini wins because he was just controlling no damage, just be ready for a rant on my side.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, it does seem like the judges aren't like scoring wrestling as much. So I mean, we'll see how it plays out. All right, man. Next up, we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. This is honestly going no tape. I was gonna jump on the bandwagon and just take Haddon money line. I do think Haddon's a really good fighter. He's relentless, nonstop pressure, lots of volume, tons of volume. His submission grappling is pretty good. Whereas Wellmaker, we haven't really seen him tested at all. I mean, he's knocking everybody out within a round, you know. The only thing about Haddon that I saw in the tape is like this dude does not move his head at all. He's there to get hit. He'll take punches on the chin, just so he'll take one to throw 10. But if you're taking punches clean like that against Malcolm Wellmaker, you are going to sleep. My official prediction is Malcolm Wellmaker by KO, probably round 1, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if he just flatlines him quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wellmaker on this one. When fighters have that touch of death, it's pretty hard to bet against them. But like Henry did make a point, like we haven't seen Wellmaker on the ground. We haven't seen Wellmaker have any sort of adversity. But like I was watching back like Haddon's fight versus Dan Argueta. And like Argueta was landing clean on this guy's chin. So I feel like if Wellmaker lands his signature left hook, Haddon's going to go to sleep. So I agree with Henry on this one. I got round 1, Wellmaker KO. The UFC knows what they're doing with this fight. Like it's just to boost his resume and to give him more octagon experience. I feel like they're pushing for Wellmaker to be one of the top prospects. So I have Wellmaker KO round 1.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing. I don't have any official bets on Wellmaker just yet, but just keep in mind we saw similar prospect versus prospect. Was it like a year ago with Peyton Talbot versus Cameron Simon? Peyton Talbot was even money in that fight. Hindsight 2020, we should have flooded it, put the whole bankroll, taken out a second mortgage, put it on Peyton Talbot. That might be the case here. But I mean, we'll see. Styles make fights. Haddon can definitely make it interesting, but we got Wellmaker.
Sheesh, we got another banger. We got RoboCop versus Kopylov. I'm not gonna lie. I've bet on Kopylov before and he's let me down. I just quick story. Like Henry was all on Anthony Hernandez. We were there live. Like Henry was saying, like Anthony Hernandez is the Cain Velasquez, right, of the middleweight division. I was like, shut that off. Kopylov KO head kick, and Kopylov got drowned. I feel like Kopylov is good when he's offensive and when he's the hammer, but when he's on the back foot, like you can't throw kicks, you can't let off your combos, and for that reason and that reason only, I feel like RoboCop's going to get this done. It's the pressure, it's the power, it's the ability to grapple that RoboCop has that he's going to smother Kopylov. I wouldn't be surprised if RoboCop wins by KO in this fight. Yeah, just give me RoboCop round 2 KO. I feel like Kopylov's going to be able to run away, be kind of slick in round 1, but he's going to gas and run into some nasty shit.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just to be completely honest with everybody, I've never been a Kopylov fan. He does have good kickboxing, but he has glaring weaknesses in this game. He's a suspect chin. He's been dropped multiple times. He's been taken down and controlled multiple times. This guy's 34 years old, so like there's only so much room for improvement. Yes, RoboCop does bleed easy. He does swell up easy. We know. But this guy has big power in his hands. I mean, he almost put down Cannonier. I mean, Cannonier is just a dog, If he hits Kopylov with the same punches he was hitting Cannonier with, this fight will be over. Because Kopylov doesn't have the same durability as Cannonier. I expect RoboCop to, withstand the volume of Kopylov. Walk him down, land a few hooks, and if he wants to make it easy, take him down. But I don't think he needs to. I think RoboCop catches him on the feet with the right hook. But give me RoboCop by KO, probably round 2.
I like that, RoboCop. Team RoboCop.
All right. Next up, we got Nickal versus Rodolfo Vieira. I just want to say Rodolfo Vieira absolutely sucks. This guy can't strike. He can't wrestle. Yes, his jiu-jitsu is elite, but this guy's on all the sauce in the world. He's roided up to the gills. His cardio sucks. He's 36. Yeah, I just don't think this guy's good. Trayshawn Gore fumbled the bag in that last fight. Super winnable fight against Vieira. Vieira was cross-stiffing, holding on for dear life. Yeah, Vieira. I just don't see a path to victory for Vieira here. Yeah, I get it. Nickal jumped Gilly against RDR. Okay, but besides that, if you look at his other fights, his fight IQ is actually there. Against Paul Craig, shot 0 takedowns. Just pumped the jab, landed some overhands. That's all he has to do here. He's a way better athlete. He's got way better cardio. He's faster. Pump the jab. Work him on the striking. Honestly, if he wants to take him down, I think he could take him down easily. I think he could drown him. Make him do some burpees. Hit him with that Fluffy Hernandez game plan. He's a Brazilian with shit cardio, terrible striking. He's got no power. Give me Nickal all day here.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious what the UFC is doing here too. It's the Wellmaker all over again. This is a total winnable fight. This is Nickal's fight to lose. I feel like Nickal's going to have the same strat he had like in his last fight. And I think Vieira's just going to shoot dirty takedowns, and he's going to run into one of Nickal's uppercuts. I think Nickal's not going to try to grapple. Like if he does, probably be like in the later rounds when Vieira's gas tank does fail him. Because Vieira on the feet, my God, it's like a fish out of water. Vieira's one of those jiu-jitsu guys that has no single leg or double leg. So he's going to try to close the distance with Nickal, and I feel like Bo's going to be able to out-grapple him there and just sting him, and eventually Vieira's going to go down. So Nickal at -250, I mean, that's great value for a one-sided fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. This will be the only way Nickal loses if he slips on a banana peel and lands in the sub. But I just don't see that happening here. Nickal's a better athlete. He's a better fighter. He's a collegiate wrestler. Vieira's not taking him down. Nickal, TKO most likely.
Sheesh. We got Angela Hill versus Kline. Man, I was thinking like, man, like Hill's a vet, like the scrappy vet. But when you see her record, 18-15, and like some of her fights, like she does do a lot of volume, but man, she has no power. She has no power, no finishing ability. Kline on the come up, young phenom, one of the best prospects in their division, but at minus almost 500. I mean, I can see why, but man, I'm never betting on a new fighter, like on a green fighter like Kline at minus 500. But like if you feel the need to get crazy, I can see Kline by decision here. Hill's extremely durable. Like she can mix it up and like stay on her jab, but I feel like all the power, all the damage is going to be on Kline's side. I got Kline 30-27, but Hill stays there and takes a beating for 3 rounds. It's like she's going to be 18-16 probably one of the worst records I've seen on paper ever. Ever.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the OG of the game. She fought everybody. But unfortunately, Father Time comes for everybody. We've seen some a decrease in Hill's volume, a decrease in Hill's cardio lately. There's a lot of red flags in some of her fights. The Tabitha Ricci fight sticks out to me so much because Ricci is not this elite striker, and Ricci was just able to bully her with volume. So, like, Hill was usually the person doing that, putting the volume on people, drowning them, and it just seems like she just can't keep up anymore. That Lucinda fight, she got taken down, controlled. Fatima Kline, I don't think she's as good as the rest of Lucinda, but her grappling is elite. Her striking is pretty good. I just expected to beat Hill everywhere. Probably dominant 30-27 decision. Maybe Hill could win a round or two, but I doubt it. So, Kline by decision.
Kline by decision. Just bet over 2.5. It's probably juice though.
Yeah, probably. Next up, we got Susurkaev versus Mcconico. In this card, I made sure to watch all the tape myself before I listen to anybody else's opinions. Because some people might convince you that Susurkaev sucks or that he's not good, and there's a little bit of truth to that. But we got to give this guy respect. He did take 2 fights in a week. Double weight cuts. What impressed me the most in that fight is he did get hurt. He did. But he dogged it out. He showed good fight IQ. He showed ability to switch up the game plan. He got the takedowns and he got the submission. Is this guy going to be a top 5 fighter? Probably not. Top 15? Maybe. But it's too early to say. He's 24 years old and he's fighting Mcconico. I watched this guy's regional fights because his UFC fights have absolutely sucked, So let me go back and watch his regional fights. Maybe there'll be something there. He fought Maki Batolo. If you know, coconut bombs, Maki was holding this guy against the fence with ease. This guy, Mcconico, accepts positions. He's low volume. He did win that fight, but that was after Maki got tired. This guy throws like a couple punches at a time. He's super low volume. He walks backwards. He's like Leon Edwards without the skills, So give me Susurkaev by murder, probably round 1 TKO.
Yeah, I agree. Susurkaev, but minus 1,000, absolutely no value. I mean, if you want to sprinkle him inside the distance. But even then, that's probably going to be like minus 500 or something crazy like that. But I have Susurkaev by KO here. Specifically, if you guys want to know why, watch that Mcconico versus Ruzaboyev. I feel like it's going to be the same thing. Like, it's the reach, it's the height, like not like a significant advantage, but like Susurkaev has the power to drop this dude. And just like Henry said, like Mcconico's IQ inside the octagon, like he might just put himself in dangerous positions. And I feel like Susurkaev has the ability to take him down, sub him, go on the feet and knock him out. But for some reason, I could envision picture perfect right hand by Susurkaev and just drops Mcconico. This is a gimme fight, but hopefully there's some violence. So Susurkaev inside the distance, round 1 KO, probably your best bet. Your best bet money wise.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Sheesh, we got another banger right here. We got Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. I'm not gonna lie, I'm the only one on this island, but I'm gonna be on this island screaming. I got Tracy money line. Tracy already beat Blanchfield in 2019. It was a split decision. Was early in both their careers. I think Blanchfield was like 19 or something like that. She was super young in that fight. Obviously, they're two totally different fighters now. But the Blanchfield versus Ferriel fight, for some reason, it just showed me a different side of her. Where like if she doesn't get the takedown, she's just a fish out of water on the feet. I was like, not unless she spent 2-3 months or like 2-3 years in Thailand and like learn how to strike. I just don't see it. Cortez, her striking isn't world class. We saw her get outstruck by Rose, but I feel like she could hold her own against Blanchfield. I feel like this is going to be one of those. The grappling cancels out, stays on the feet, and Cortez wins by unanimous decision, 29-28. The fight that swayed me towards Cortez is the Cortez versus Jasmine Judovicus. It's like Jasmine couldn't get that takedown. She was forced to strike, lost the striking war. And I feel like it's exactly what's going to happen here. Blanchfield is not a bad fighter, but I feel like she throws a lot of volume, but she's messy and throwing a lot of volume. I feel like if Cortez has the right game plan, she can make this look easy. I feel like Blanchfield, again, if the scoring criteria is damage over octagon control and controlling the bottom, I feel like Cortez should be able to win this. But what scares me is Blanchfield's control time. But let's see if the UFC wants to stick to that. Damage is the main criteria because I feel damage is going to be on the Cortez side.
Yeah, I mean, this is a close fight. I mean, I think the odds should be way closer than they are. Cortez plus 200, I definitely agree there's value there. Cortez, I think she's a better boxer of the two. I think she's a better wrestler of the two. But I just don't think she has enough 5-round experience. I know it's a 3-round fight, but Blanchfield fights at a crazy pace every fight. She throws over 5 significant strikes per minute. So it's like Cortez gonna have to fight that pace for 15 minutes while also avoiding the takedowns. Because if Blanchfield takes her down, Cortez not gonna get up. But we saw her struggle to get up against Rose. Blanchfield is a better grappler than Rose, at least in my opinion. She's more dangerous with the submissions. I just keep envisioning Cortez, making some mistakes in there, and Blanchfield taking advantage and winning some of the moments. I think it's going to be a split decision kind of fight, probably 29-28 either side, but I'm going to take Blanchfield as my official pick, but I definitely wouldn't parlay this one, boys. Definitely would not.
Go Tracy.
All right, man. Next up, we got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I think I might have these out of order. Honestly, Topology and the UFC have been doing a terrible job of updating the fight. I think Slava Claus and Camilo is not even on the website, but fuck it, we can go with it. We got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I think it's an incredible fight. Another one of those fights where pre-tape, I had Morales all day. In my head, I kept envisioning him just stopping the takedowns and just, putting Brady's lights out probably within a minute or whatever. And then I actually watched back the fights. I'm not going off memory. What stuck out to me was Michael Morales against Neil Magny. Yeah, he knocked Magny unconscious. But before that, Magny was able to get his back against the fence multiple times, and Morales struggled to get him off. I think if Brady gets those positions, I think he gets Morales down. And even if he doesn't, just making him work nonstop. This dude, Morales is massive. This dude cuts a ton of weight to make 170 for sure. I think Brady is a way better grappler than Neil Magny, way better takedown artist than Magny. He took down Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns has only been taken down by 2 people at 170. 2 other people, I should say. Hamza Chimaev and Damian Maia. A lot of people have tried and they can't. So just the fact that he took down Burns 10 times, super impressive to me. Brady's boxing has looked better too. I think it's gonna be a close fight, but I think Brady's gonna drown him and get him out of there at the end of round 2, early round 3. So give me Brady by sub.
Man, we're gonna have to go against each other on this one again. So I got Morales. I got Morales because I was watching, because I just don't like Brady's always been the dude that I bet with. I agree, if he gets the fight to the ground, it's pretty much over. Brady's not opposed to doing joint locks or taking the quote unquote easiest path to submission. But I feel like Morales being the bigger fighter, I feel like Brady's gonna have a harder time taking him down. Henry brings up the Neil Magny. Neil Magny is massive. So I feel like because of the height advantage, even though it doesn't seem like a lot right here, number wise, but when they did their face off, dude, it looked like Morales was significantly bigger than Brady. I was like, bro. So I feel like that's gonna play a role. I feel like this fight's gonna take place a lot against the cage, and I just see Morales landing those knees, short elbows. I have Morales by KO here. I'm getting glimpses of Brady versus Bilal, where Brady shoots the takedown. He might get the first one, but I feel like he's gonna eat a bunch of damage trying to get those takedowns, and I feel like damage is gonna take over in this fight. I have Morales by KO. I can see him going, like, I can see Brady going in for a takedown and just eating those elbows to the side of the head, like just something crazy like that. Like Morales, 26-year-old, super athletic, super strong. I got another highlight victory for Morales. But I will say 2025 has been the worst year for undefeated fighters. 22 people have lost their zero, but I'm betting on Morales on this one.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, obviously, Brady needs to talk to his manager. How do you go from finishing Leon Edwards in 2 rounds to fighting this young phenom? It's like, come on, bro. It's a tough fight to take, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully it works out for him, but only time will tell.
Sheesh, we got another banger here. We got Benny versus BSD. Man, I was going back and forth on this one, but then I realized that the answer is right in front of us. It's BSD. The only hesitation I had in the beginning was I'm a firm believer that nobody can out-scramble Dariush. he's nasty on the floor. All of his losses have been by brutal KOs, and I feel like this is going to be another brutal KO. Both the grappling are going to negate itself. It's going to be on the feet. And I watched back the BSD versus Dustin fight. Dustin was getting tagged with some shit before BSD gassed because he was sick. I feel like if BSD lands those same combos on Dariush has an off button. We've seen it before. So like I have BSD round 1 KO. I feel like he's gonna be the super aggressor and he's gonna find that chin early. If it hits the mat, I feel like BSD is more explosive. He's probably not as technical, but I feel like he's more explosive, more strong enough to explode out of those positions and find Benny's chin early.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for Dariush. He's got all the skills in the world to be a champion, but his chin doesn't match the skills. He's always had chin issues. He's been knocked out multiple times. It's just his kryptonite is when he gets hit, he goes down. Getting knocked out by Arman Tsarukyan is a terrible, terrible look, especially the way it happened. Just one quick punch, bam, gone. Getting knocked out by other guys, it makes sense. Charles, one of the best finishers of all time. But what I don't like is he gets hurt often, and you get hurt against somebody like Saint Denis. He's not gonna, take his time. He's gonna throw everything to get you out of there. Dariush was dropped by Marcano. Marcano has no power. Yeah, Marcano finished Saint Denis on the ground, but Marcano, at that time, Mcconico was streaking. He was peaking. Feeling himself. I think Dariush, he's questioning himself a little bit. He was talking about retirement. I think he does go into retirement after this fight because I think Saint Denis is going to put him out of there. I think he gets him out of there with like clinch striking. I think some elbows in the clinch. When they try to initiate the grappling, they cancel each other out. End up in some weird clinch position. I think Saint Denis is going to throw elbows, uppercuts, punches. He's a parity on him, and he's going to get Dariush out of there. Saint Denis KO, probably round 1, honestly. This guy's all gas, all breaks from the beginning, so rip to my boy Dariush.
Yep, shout out Benny. Like, he's good, but, man. Hey, but props, though. Like, he fights all the killers. Props.
100%. I mean, the UFC did him dirty. He should have been the one to fight Islam in January.
100%.
Giving it to Mcconico was some BS, but it is what it is. And next up, we got Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Leon, I just want to say, he made me money when he knocked out Camaro. I threw a Hail Mary KO on him. But Leon, before I get into Prates, I just want to talk about Leon's biggest, my biggest pet peeve with him is he backs himself up against the fence. He throws low volume. Yes, he has good kicks, but he doesn't throw them often. He throws mostly punches. He backs himself up against the cage. Sometimes it feels like he's a mental midget, man. Like, he's just mentally, he gives up on himself. Like, I know he's a former champion, so I mean, you gotta give him all the props in the world, but he's never been this world beater, It's like he's never been this super big knockout artist either. Like he's more of a volume guy. Like his brother Fabian, it seems like he has more power than Leon does. I think Leon he's a slick striker, but the problems that we've seen with Prates was against Trevin Giles and against Ian Gary. Both guys who use their slick striking, but they were in his face the whole time. Ian Gary beat the piss out of him, But Ian Gary just in his face nonstop, crazy volume. Trevin Giles sticking a jab in his face nonstop. I just don't see Leon implementing that game plan. I know he says he's excited to fight a striker. Yeah, I doubt it because he's going to sleep. I think Prates, he throws enough volume out there to find Leon's chin. Leon's going to be, throwing one punch at a time, and Prates is going to be throwing 5 to 6. He eventually finds a chin. I think he gets him out of it within 2 rounds, honestly. Give me Prates by murder.
Yeah, I agree, man. Let's just be honest with each other. Let's be honest. Be honest. If the ref didn't stand up Usman and Edwards, Edwards will be serving McNuggets at the local McDonald's. Okay, that was a highlight of his career. And for some reason, like, I don't know, I follow Edwards on social media and stuff. It looks to me like he's more of like a pad warrior, or like he looks like he just throws nasty combos. You hear the whip, the pa, 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 pa. But every time he fights, calm, collected, no violence. Besides the Usman knockout, he hasn't got a knockout since 2018. Like, this guy is not that guy on the feet. He's very technical, but just like Henry emphasized, the volume's not there. He backs up. But I got Prates by vicious KO. Prates is one of those guys that, if he hurts you, he's gonna finish you. I don't know what happened against his fight against Gary. FBI might want to look into that one, but I feel like Prates has that ability to shut Edwards' lights off, because like Edwards gonna try to get technical, and Prates is gonna make it dirty. He's gonna land on that chin. All respect to Edwards, we did make money off him against Kobe Covington, but this is a different monster, up and coming monster right here. I got Prates KO round 1. Yeah, there's really nothing more to say. I got Prates by overhand right.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it look easy. No disrespect to Leon, being at the top at 170 is difficult, but I think this division is full of killers, and I just don't see Leon winning many more fights in this division. But yeah, I'm not sure if you guys know what time it is, but it's time for our Bark Alley bangers. I'm sure you guys know who it is. You guys have been waiting for this, but it's time to get into it.
Sheesh. Now I'm telling you guys, we pick fighters that fight for your money. When have you ever known or seen someone get KO'd and subbed in one fight? Weili did that against Nam Nam Yam. I'm telling you, Weili is an absolute monster. She is a lab experiment made in China. She's like the Otani of the UFC. I'm telling you right now, she only loses to Rose. Other than that, she dominates her opponent. She's going against one of the most, I would say, the second best women's fighter of all time, right? Shevchenko. But let's be honest, Weili's not fighting Shevchenko's highlights. She's fighting the Shevchenko of today. Shevchenko's old. She's looked horrendous in her last couple of fights. Super slow. The whip isn't there. I feel like Shevchenko might grapple here. And tell me why. Have you guys seen that video of Weili picking up Ngannou? I think Weili is going to be too strong in every aspect. It stays on the feet. Weili's going to find that chin. It turns into a grappling match. Weili's going to grease the way she did against Tatiana Suarez. I'm telling you, this girl, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. Weili is already, I just got an in live notification that Weili already started the greasing process. I'm telling you right now, she is going to win at all costs. Plus 115 for a champion coming up in weight against a fellow champion that's on a decline. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if come fight night, it's like Weili's not the favorite. I'm telling you, she's not fighting the highlights of Shevchenko. She's fighting the 36, 37-year-old Shevchenko who went to decision multiple times with foot fetish Alexa Grasso.
I mean, I just want to say, me and Chato are Shevchenko fans. We've met her multiple times.
100%.
It's like she's one of the fucking best fighters of all time. But these are two of the GOATs going at it. My biggest thing with Shevchenko is her lack of urgency lately. She's been low volume. She's been stalling. she's been stalling in fights. Like honestly, I don't think she beat Manon. Respect her for hanging in there, but I don't think she beat Manon. I think Manon landed the better strikes. Is it against Alexa Grasso? Yeah, she did what she had to do. She landed the takedowns, but again, no volume, no damage. Valentina hasn't cleared 100 significant strikes in, I don't know, probably like 5 years. Weili's done that in 2 of her last 3. Weili took down Tatiana Suarez. A lot of people don't realize how big Tatiana is, man. Tatiana's a super high-level wrestler. Taking her down, holding her down the way she did is very impressive. I think Weili, she's probably not as good of a striker as Shevchenko, but I think she's more aggressive. I think she's more persistent. And I think if Weili takes Shevchenko down, she can hold her down. With that said, we got Weili and New solidifying herself as one of the best fighters of all time. She's 36, but like Chato said, she was made in a lab. These are lab years, so she's probably 26 in her prime right now.
18.
Nah, but in all seriousness, I just don't think Shevchenko is as aggressive anymore, and not having aggressiveness against Weili is going to be the kryptonite. Rose Namajunas had to be super. I mean, not counting the KO because she knocked her out. In the fight where it went 5 rounds, Rose had to be so aggressive in that fight. She had to mix in the takedown. She had to be nonstop. She had to be persistent. I just don't see Shevchenko doing that. So give me Weili, probably by unanimous decision. I think she wins it pretty clear.
I like that. Pretty clear decision. Let's go, Weili. But shout out Shevchenko, though. Shout out Shevchenko.
Yeah, big fans. Big fans.
Sheesh. This is an absolute banger of a card right here. Banger of a main event. You got JDM versus Islam. Islam going up 15 pounds to attempt what only few have ever actually done, which is get double champ status. Man, I'm not going to lie. I'm extremely biased. I got JDM here by whatever he wants. He said he was going to get the victory for Volk, and I feel like he's going to do that in this fight. I feel like JDM, like, have you guys seen that the face-off where like Islam tried to pretend that he was as big as JDM with that puffer jacket? I saw right through that. I saw right through that. My boy JDM is walking around 200, 210 easy. Islam's on creatine and all the green goblin syrup just to make weight. This dude was complaining about how like, it's hard to make weight, hard to make weight. There's either 2 things that are going to happen. Islam's going to take this dude down one time and joint lock him for the dub, or JDM's going to drown this dude and ping this guy for 4 rounds and get him out of there in the 4th or 5th round. And I'm telling you right now, JDM is going to win by KO in round 4 or 5. I just feel it. I feel like Islam's going to be good in round 1 or 2, but that extra weight, that extra muscle is going to be his downfall. This is JDM's octagon. He's going to hit him with that Bilal treatment. I'm telling you, he's going to mix it up. He has nasty takedowns. Yeah, I mean, like he has nasty takedown defense. He always shows the uppercut, always shows the knee. Like very rarely does JDM get hit clean. He's always in good position. I'm telling you right now, man, I know I'm biased, but for some reason, it just seems right to say that JDM is going to defend his title. But hey, man, what a hell of a matchup. I wouldn't parlay it just because Islam is that guy. But I'm telling you right now, JDM at plus money, almost plus 300 odds. My God, I'm gonna have to put a little side bet. Stay tuned on Twitter because I might just put $1,000 on JDM KO.
This was one of the most incredible matchups like of our generation, man. This is like I don't think people realize how skilled both these guys are, man. Like if you watch the Gilbert Burns fight, you're probably like, oh yeah, Gilbert took him down, he controlled him. But if you actually look at what JDM was doing, every time Gilbert tried to get his back, he was holding the arm. He wasn't allowing Gilbert to secure position. He was scrambling the whole time. He was ripping the body. Honestly, if it would have went to decision, it probably would have been a bad one if Burns would have won, honestly. The damage is all on the JDM side. But his takedown, he can be taken down. That's the only thing. I mean, Makhachev, this guy is one of the best submission grapplers of all time. Before he submitted Poirier in like the 5th round, in round 1, he took him down. He almost put him in a Kimura. It's like, dude, when this guy gets you down, he's violent, but he's hittable. You know, he's not as controlling as Khabib. You know, he fights more on the feet. There's more passive victories to beat Islam than there was against Khabib. I'm biased too. We got the JDM rookie card right here. Give me JDM by murder, round 4, TKO to the body. But super good fight, man. JDM is my pick. It's not going up 10 pounds. It's going up 15. We haven't seen somebody claim to go from lightweight to welterweight, claim the title since BJ Penn. And that was a different time. I just don't think you can do that anymore. These are two highly skilled fighters, and there will be a weight difference. There will be a size difference. I think that plays a part. So give us JDM all day.
Look, you know what I'm saying is that Volk's going to be in attendance. If JDM's just getting his ass beat, fucking Volk might just jump in there and beat up fucking Islam 2v1. How about that?
Oh, man. All right, man. It's time for our bets. Let's start off with Around the World.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another banger parlay for you guys. Plus 207 odds if you parlay these 3 fighters. The Around the World parlay is simple. We pick 3 fighters from different countries around the world. We mash them together to get the best odds. Leg number 1, we're going to go with USA, baby. We're going with Dawkins versus GM3. I'm telling you, Dawkins is going to knock GM3 out. GM3 has a shit ton of experience. If you look at his record, he has like almost 60 fights. But I think he's on a 3-4 fight losing streak. The guy's mentally not there. This is one of the instances where he's just trying to fight his contract out. He's here for the UFC shorts. He's here for the prestige of fighting in the MGM. I mean, like in the Madison Square Garden arena. He's there to take a fall. I got Dawkins KO. I was like, GM3's there to get hit. And dude, Dawkins is on a tear right now. We bet against Dawkins last time, and he knocked out our pick viciously in round 1. And I expect the same thing to happen here. I got Kyle Dawkins, round 1 KO. GM3 is going to shoot for his life, and he's going to get knocked out cold. Leg number 2, we got RoboCop from Brazil. He's going against Kopylov. I broke it down earlier. I'm going to give you guys the spark notes. Kopylov is dangerous when he is the hammer, but he is trash when he is the nail. Gregory Rodrigues, a.k.a. RoboCop, he has stick drift. This guy is constantly under pressure, and he's going to negate all of Kopylov's kicks like in attacks. I expect a dominant victory. Give me round 2 KO by Gregory Rodrigues. I'm telling you, Kopylov's is slick, took it out of the way, but his gas tank is horrendous, and he can't fight off the back foot. I got RoboCop KO. Our last leg, I'm telling you, the most confident leg I have here is BSD from France. He's going against my boy Benny Dariush. All the props to Benny. This dude fights everybody and anybody, but this dude has no chin. And for that reason and that reason only, I feel like BSD is gonna knock this dude down in round 1. But Benio's path to victory is to grapple. My boy BSD can grapple too. BSD is the younger fighter, more athletic, stronger, more power in the hands. I'm picking the fighter here with more path to victory. All 3 of these fighters I pick have the path to victory to win by KO. If you're feeling naughty, parlay the Around the World, all 3 KO. Call it the violence bet.
Seeing that Kyle Dawkins graphic, it just made me realize I completely missed that fight. But that's for a good reason. I thought it was a serious fight. GM3's washed. You know, GM3, he fights like... I just want to say I'm a huge GM3 fan. I follow this guy on Instagram. He's dope. Cool guy. He's wanting some money. But now, lately, he fights like if you dug up your great-grandpa, you hit him with some setsu beans, and you asked him to fight. That's what he fights like. He's scared, so he's stiff as a board. He's just not that guy. He's just not that guy anymore. So yeah, I got Dawkins too. But anyways, for the Rhino Rush parlay, we're keeping it simple. I think these are two guys that are they're facing two fighters that are down the decline. I'm taking Bo Nickal to beat the piss out of Rodolfo Vieira. I think if Bo Nickal is going to be a serious fighter, this is a fight that he definitely should win. If this fight was happening pre-RDR, Bo Nickal would be minus 1,000. So it's a blessing in disguise that, he's coming off a victory. He's coming off a loss. He ate some humble pie. He trains at a good camp. He's a good athlete. I expect him to get better. He's 29 years old. I don't think he's going to be a champion. He's not at 185. He's got to cut down to 170 if he wants to do that. He's too small. But against somebody like Vieira, I think he should be able to dominate him in the feet pretty easy. So give me Bo Nickal. I think he's going to find the chin, put him out. So give me Bo Nickal, give me a TKO. Then Carlos Prates, like I said, Leon Edwards likes to back up against the cage. If you look at the freaking T-Mobile Arena, MSG, where they're at, take a peek inside the cage. Leon's already against it. He's already against it. He does not throw. He's not being aggressive. You got to be aggressive against something like Prates. You got to get him before he gets you. That's straight up. That's the only way to do it. If Leon wins, it's going to be by some Hail Mary, spinning elbow, Lerone Murphy, versus Aaron Pico style, just catching and being over aggressive. I just don't see Leon doing it. I think Prates is going to throw enough volume out there. He's got nasty leg kicks. He's got nasty body kicks, nasty knees. This is kickboxing versus Muay Thai, and I got Muay Thai all day here. Give me Prates by murder. Prates round 1 knockout. Prates all day inside the distance. Parlay both these guys. Money line. You get plus 117 odds. I think it's getting better, but tap it in anyways. You never know. Might be some Bulgarian shit, so you might miss the line. But yeah, that's it for the Rhino Rush.
How the turntables, our new most favorite, most successful parlay in the past couple of events, is the play of the week. Because we give you guys fighters that we know, the judges know, the fans know, the bookies know that they're fixed. No, I'm kidding. No, that they have the best way to win. I picked BSD as my official lock of the week. I already explained it multiple times. I'm giving you guys the spark notes of the spark notes of the spark notes. Benny can grapple, but he has no chin. BSD can grapple, and he has dynamite and power and pressure. Give me BSD, the Frenchman, to win by KO round 1. Benny, I'm a big fan, but, man, it's another highlight victory for BSD.
Oh, 100%. I just want to say I put this graphic for a reason. NCAA champion, collegiate champion. You think Rodolfo Vieira is going to take him down? My boy couldn't even take down Tresean Gore. Absolutely not. It's going to be a stand-up fight for as long as Bo Nickal wants it to be. I think Bo Nickal's going to beat the piss out of him. He's going to show his levels to the game. I think a lot of people are underrating Bo Nickal because he got his ass beat. But RDR, one of the best fighters on the planet, bro. It's like getting wins over Robert Whittaker, Kevin Holland. It's not an easy feat. Even though people think they're washed, still high level. I just think Vieira is overrated. I just don't see a path to victory for him. So parlay, Nickal, Saint Denis, plus 121 odds. Yeah, plus money on all the parlays this week. None of that juice bullshit, We're here to cash bets. We're here to hit big. I think this cash is easy.
I'm telling you, we're so confident that we're even confident in telling you guys to bet the KO in this play. Both of them have the ability to win by KO. I can see it. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, 100%. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. We went a little longer, but it's a pay-per-view, man. One of the best events of the year. Tons of good fights. We skipped the Dawkins one, but you guys know who we have. We got Dawkins. But don't forget to enter the giveaway, man. Don't sleep on it. Somebody's gonna win this Chiwiwi's card. If you're in LA, I'll go ahead and deliver it. But if you're anywhere else in the States, not a problem. We'll ship it out to you. If you guys collect cards, be on the lookout. We're gonna do more giveaways. We got a lot of heat. We got stuff like this, little Corey Sandhagen autograph. We got Junior Dos Santos. Got some Nick Diaz. We got a little bit of everything. Show us some love, and we'll show you guys some love. So don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us everywhere.
Yep. Thanks again, guys. Rear Naked locks out.
Peace.